on the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin', no. Knuckle up or buckle up, I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or got to go.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. You feel me? And you already know what's going down today, bruh. So yeah. Guess what? Turn it off, turn it all the way off now. Yeah, cut and print. At least the first part. Well, please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, that there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And how is everybody doing today? Guess what? It is the first day of spring. Oh, man, I've said it plenty of times on this show, and I will say it again. Nothing moves faster than time, even though it moves at the same rate of speed every day. It is March oh, my goodness, what is today's date? I know it's March.
What's wrong with you?
It is Monday, March the 20th, 2000 of the 2-3. First day of spring, sunny day, a little chilly, around 53, 54 degrees out here in the Richmond, VA. But bottom line is, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. And I like to send shout outs to everybody, not just my black and gold fan, but my fam in general. I've been kind of forgetting to do that over the last few weeks. Because again, like I said, I've been dealing with that audio issue, but you know, it is what it is. I hope everybody's weekend was good. You know, my weekend was pretty decent. Yesterday was a chill day. Just watched college basketball, watched NCAA basketball all day, did laundry, did my Sunday chores. Again, I know how to keep myself active and busy, even when I'm not really going anywhere all day. So, yeah, this past week, yeah, it was excuse me. It was a tough week. That's all. I'm going to just leave it at that for right now. It was a tough week, very trying week, very emotionally trying week this past week. And I still give all of the glory and the praise to my Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Father, always. I do that every day. Before I go on my route at Amazon, when I'm leaving out, I say my prayers. I pray for everybody. And again, prayer was definitely needed last week. I mean, everything's still all good, though. No, it's still all good. And if you don't know, now you know. But anyway, are you guys ready for the realm of sports? I'm ready. You ready? We ready? They all ready. Let's get to it. So, how is your bracket looking? Just, quick question. The NCAA tournament kicked off last week. One of the greatest weeks in the year when it comes to sports. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is, I would have to say, when it comes to a weekend, or when it comes to a week, I would probably have to say that it is definitely my most favorite week of the year. Nothing but wall-to-wall college basketball. The every game in March, and I hate to swagger Jack Stugotz, but he's brilliant on this one. Every game in March, there's so many must-win games in March, more than any other month during the whole calendar 12-month calendar year. And the finality of March Madness, I mean, it shows you why you love it, but it can also show you why you hate it, especially if it didn't benefit your team. And with that being said, my Virginia Cavaliers wet the bed. Oh my goodness. I mean, in the state of Virginia, we only had a couple of teams representing us anyway. We only had Virginia and VCU. Both of them wet the bed. No more so than my Virginia Cavaliers. We had our game against Furman 1, and then just an unexpected turnover by fifth-year senior Kihei Clark, who was on the championship team. Led to a last-second three, and Virginia's oust out of the first round of the tournament. But that's not all. And I ask, how's your bracket looking? Because, if you're one of these people who just loves to see blue bloods in the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 and maybe the Final Four, Right now, this ain't the tournament for you. Let me go over a brief description of what has been going on in March Madness. Well, first of all, in the South region, Alabama, they win their first game. They won their first 2 games. Alabama defeated Texas A&M and Texas A&M CC. I don't know what the CC stands for. And then they defeated Maryland to get to the Sweet 16. Incidentally enough, they will be playing in the Sweet 16. They'll be playing the San Diego State Aztecs as they defeated, they won their first round game against West Virginia. Against College of Charleston, and I actually had College of Charleston winning that game, and then defeated Furman, the team that knocked out Virginia. So the Aztecs will have to play the favorite now, Alabama Crimson Tide. The Creighton Blue Jays have advanced to the Sweet 16, and they will be playing one of the Cinderellas, the Princeton Tigers, the 15th seeded Princeton Tigers. Them smart basketball playing motherfuckers that they got played. As Creighton won their first round game, they beat NC State 72-63, and then they beat it, excuse my language. Oh, I sound like such a project person saying that. Then they defeated Baylor 85-76. Now remember, last week I was coming on here tripping because I thought Baylor was severely overranked, being a 3 seed with 10 losses. They won a game, which was more than I could say for Virginia, but then they lost to Creighton last night 85-76. So Creighton versus Princeton. That is the South region, the South brackets matchups. Alabama versus San Diego State. Creighton versus Princeton. On to the East region. And on to the East region and the upset of the tournament. The number 1 seeded Purdue Boilermakers became the second number 1 seed in the history of this tournament to lose to a number 16 seed Fairleigh Dickinson. Now, what I put on Facebook was, Virginia, you are no longer alone, because if you remember in 2018, the number 1 overall ranked team, UVA Cavaliers, lost to UNBC. They didn't just lose, they got destroyed. This was a close game. Fairleigh Dickinson won 63-58, excuse me. Now, all I'm going to say to Purdue is, are you going to do what Virginia did? Because when Virginia lost last year, when Virginia lost in 2018 to a 16 seed, we rebounded back and won the motherfucking championship. Don't see that in Purdue's future, but who knows? I could be wrong. But did Fairleigh Dickinson make it to the Sweet 16? Drum roll, drum roll. No, they did not. They lost last night to. I'm sorry, I know. They lost last night to FAU, Florida Atlantic University, as they won their first round game by 1 point against Memphis. Oddly enough, Penny Hardaway's coach, Memphis Tigers. Memphis lost the same way Virginia lost. Having the ball late, turning the ball over, and then giving up a go-ahead basket. So FAU beat Memphis by 1. They beat Fairleigh Dickinson in what was a very, very exciting game. They won that game. Like I said, very exciting. They did manage to win that game 78-70. So the Florida Atlantic University. Now, okay, think about that now. Think about that. Florida Atlantic. The Florida Atlantic University. This is the first time they've ever made the Sweet 16. Again, if you're a lover of Blue Bloods, this ain't for you, okay? Moving right along. This tournament has just been wacky. The Duke Blue Devils won their first round game against Oral Roberts 74-51. Remember, I said Duke was hot. Duke was steamrolling hot. In a few brackets, I had them going to the Final Four. They played the winner of Tennessee versus Louisiana, which was the Volunteers. They won 58-55. And who won the game between Duke and Tennessee? Well, this one I did not see coming because the Tennessee Volunteers kind of spanked Duke just physically, 65-52. So the Volunteers are moving on to the Sweet 16 to play FAU. Next up, please, the Kentucky Wildcats. Everybody had their eye on them because they lost last year as a 2 seed when they lost to St. Peter's and Shaheem Holloway's group that made it to the Elite Eight, and that was quite a special run. They did beat Providence in the first round, 61-53, and they played the winner of Kansas State versus Montana State, which was Kansas State, as they won 77-65. In their matchup, the Kansas State Wildcat. No, excuse me. Look at me. Is it Kansas State Wildcats? I know it's the Kentucky Wildcats. Who gives a fuck? Kansas State beat Kentucky. They knocked off Kentucky to move on to the Sweet 16. And people are saying, should John Calipari be on a hot seat now, because Kentucky is kind of falling off the wagon, but they did lose 75-69, and K-State would play who is up next in their bracket. Kind of anticlimactic. Michigan State versus USC. That was a 7-10 game. Michigan State won 72-62. I had my eye on Michigan State because I'm like, you know what? They didn't have a great season, but Tom Izzo coach teams are always prepared during the big dance. They played the winner of Marquette versus Vermont, Shaka Smart's team, former VCU coach. The second-seeded Golden Eagles beat Vermont 78-61. They matched up with Michigan State yesterday, and who won? I told you, watch those Spartans. Watch Sparty. Michigan State handled their business. They beat Marquette 69-60. They're off to the Sweet 16. They will play Kansas State. In the Midwest, the number 1 seeded Houston Cougars won their game against the 16th seeded Northern Kentucky. Wasn't pretty. They had to fight to win that game, but they won 63-52. They played the winner of Iowa versus Auburn, which was the Auburn Tigers. They won 83-75. In their matchup, the Houston Cougars were victorious over Auburn, and they are headed to the Sweet 16. Yes, they are. They are headed to the Sweet 16 with an 81-64 win. And think about it, Houston was down by 10 at halftime, and they turned on the defense to another level. I'm holding Auburn to 23 points in the second half. Now, moving on in that bracket, the number, excuse me, I'm not going to say the number 8 seed because I just said Auburn got eliminated by Houston. Miami beat Drake. They beat Drizzy. That was a 5-12 matchup, 63-56. They played the winner of Indiana versus Kent State, which was the Hoosiers, 71-60. In their matchup last night, I watched this game, entertaining game. The Miami Hurricanes of the ACC are headed to the Sweet 16 with an 85-69 win over the Indiana Hoosiers. They will play number 1 Houston. Moving on in that bracket, Iowa State versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh won the play-in game on Wednesday, and they beat the Cyclones. The Cyclones, Iowa State was miserable. Iowa State, with about 5 minutes left to go in that game, Iowa State had 30 points. Pittsburgh won 59-41. They played the winner of Xavier versus Kennesaw State, which was the Musketeers, 72-67. In their matchup, Xavier handled their business. Shout-outs to the Big East. They're headed to the Sweet 16 with an 84-73 victory over the Panthers of Pittsburgh, coached by Jeff Capel, another former VCU coach. Let's go on to the West region. The number 1 seeded Kansas Jayhawks and defending national champion Kansas Jayhawks beat down Howard, the 16th seed, by 28 points, 96-68. They played the winner of Arkansas versus Illinois, and it was the Razorbacks out of the SEC beating the Illini out of the Big Ten. And then in their matchup, this was a shocker. Kansas was the number 1 seed in that region and the defending national champions. They had the game in hand, but lost. The Arkansas Razorbacks dethroned the Kansas Jayhawks 72-71, and they are off to the Sweet 16. Also in that bracket, St. Mary's, they in a 5-12 matchup against VCU, they beat the Rams 63-51. They played the winner of UConn versus Iona. Iona coached by Rick Pitino. UConn started off the season very strong, and they gave you kind of national championship vibes. And they beat Iona, and that set up a matchup between them and St. Mary's. And as the game went along, the Huskies pulled away, winning 70-55. They're back in the Sweet 16 for the first time, I want to say, since 2014 when they won it all. They beat St. Mary's 70-55. And finally, the Gonzaga Bulldogs. They went up against Grand Canyon. They won 82-70, and they played the winner of TCU versus Arizona State, which the Horned Frogs won 72-70. And in their matchup, Gonzaga versus TCU, hard-fought game. The Bulldogs won 84-81. And they will take on in the Sweet 16 the winner of these sets of matchups. Boise State versus Northwestern. Northwestern took care of business in the 7-10 matchup. They played the UCLA Bruins, who beat UNC Asheville by 33 points. And in their matchup last night, which was a dogfight, the UCLA Bruins defeated Northwestern 68-63, and they will play Gonzaga in the Sweet 16. Let me go over these matchups one more again for y'all. Alabama versus San Diego State, a 1-5 matchup. In the South, Creighton versus Princeton. Again, if this is Blue Bloods, this ain't for you. Number 6 seeded Creighton, number 15 seeded Princeton will play in the other matchup in the South region. In the East region, number 9, Florida Atlantic plays number 4, Tennessee, and they will face the winner of Kansas State versus Michigan State, a 3-7 matchup. In the Midwest, you have the number 1 seeded Houston Cougars going up against the Hurricanes of Miami out of the ACC in a 1-5 matchup. They will play the winner of number 3 seeded Xavier versus number 2 seeded Texas. Chalk walk as far as that bracket was concerned. In the West, you have the number 8 seeded Arkansas Razorbacks going up against the number 4 seeded UConn Huskies. And then you have what a lot of people believe, myself included, believes is going to be the game of the tournament thus far. Number 3 Gonzaga versus number 2 UCLA. That is the Sweet 16. Again, no Kansas, no Duke, no Arizona, as Arizona got upset. That was one of the big upsets of the tournament when they lost to Princeton. No Purdue. Okay, so your blue blood, no Kentucky. You looking for blue bloods? This ain't the tournament for you, bruh. The only ones that are truly, I guess you could say, blue bloods would be UCLA. People want to say Gonzaga's a blue blood. They're not. They've never won anything. They've been a constant high seed. They've never won a championship. But if you want to say UCLA, Michigan State, okay, because that about it when it comes to your traditional college basketball Sweet 16, Elite 8, and even Final Four teams. Hubby, take a break. Wow, that was a lot to cover. Again, how's your bracket looking? Purdue losing, Arizona losing, Duke losing, Kansas. Oh my goodness, the madness. Let me stop. But that's why they called it March Madness. Because so much so, I was in March Madness mode, so much so that I barely paid a lick of attention to the NBA this week. All I know is that the Lakers split. The Lakers, they lost to Dallas at the buzzer on Friday, and then last night, the Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Orlando Magic. Well, what are you going to do? March Madness. And you got to love March Madness. So, it was even March Madness when it came to NFL free agency. So, we're going to call Calvin today to see what reaction we get off of him, because in case you guys didn't know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers signed Baker Mayfield as their quarterback, and for some reason, some way, that is now my fault because the Buccaneers signed Baker Mayfield. So let's see what Big C got to say. Let's see. Let's catch him right at the height of his emotion if he answers the phone. Now, if he don't answer the phone, you know what it is. It is what it is. Oh yes, reality podcast.
Hello?
Big C, what up, homie?
What's up, man?
Ain't nothing much, man. I didn't know how you were going to react when you answered the phone, seeing as how, last week you guys' quarterback signing happened to be my fault.
It was. You call that shit.
Well,
I'm supposed to mention them.
Well, we're on wax right now because I wanted to get you at the height of your emotions. You at work today?
No, I'm in the car wash right now.
Okay. I used to love going to the car wash as a kid, boy. That shit used to be fun. But what's good with you, homie?
Hey, shit, what's going on with you? You all right?
I'm good, man. How's your bracket looking?
It's perfect. I ain't make one.
No bracket, man. No, I'm just messing with you.
Oh man, I ain't in tune with college basketball as you is. There's just too much going on. I like the idea of it, but I just watch it at the end.
He watches the Final Four. That's pretty much what he said. He watches the Final Four.
Pretty much.
And there's nothing wrong with that. So I called you to see how you were feeling about your new quarterback, sir.
As I think about it, he kind of like a backup plan. I can see us trading up to get something else, because trading up to get something else or something else magical happening. But if we have to rely on Baker Mayfield, we're in trouble.
I see Baker Mayfield as a bridge quarterback, not necessarily a backup plan, but just, you're going to kind of like what Andy Dalton is now. You see the Carolina Panthers sign Andy Dalton to a 2-year deal. They have the number 1 pick now. They'll probably get C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young, but Andy Dalton will start off the year playing quarterback, and then eventually it'll go to the new rookie. Now, I don't know what you guys are going to – I don't know if you guys are going to draft the quarterback, but – If you guys do, or you could have the open competition between Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask and see what you got from there.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
You think Mike Evans and Chris Godwin want to be traded now?
No. No. If anybody get traded, it'd be Mike Evans, because that's just how it goes. Because he's the oldest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's the best, too.
That is true. I mean, well, you take 2 different receivers, but yeah, he's probably the better. I don't know. Godwin got something that Chris Evans don't, and vice versa. You know?
You mean Mike Evans? Chris Evans is Captain America.
Yeah, Mike Evans. Yeah, Mike Evans. I like Godwin better than I like Evans, for real. But I see your point or whatever. But no, I don't think they want to be traded. I don't think they're going nowhere. I think, what I'm saying, I'm just holding out hope something's in the works. Because, the way the team is set up, it ain't set up for, like, the only thing we need is a quarterback. We back where we started 3 years ago.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Now, what do you think about some of the other free agent moves or off-season moves that have happened? Like, I'll give you an example. What do you think of Brandon Cooks going to Dallas?
Hey, you know what is it with Brandon Cooks? Why don't nobody want this cat? I mean, it seemed like I don't know if it's he went to Dallas. Well, that's kind of like what they do. That's what's up. Like that's on pace with what they do, you know what I'm saying? But
Brandon Cooks is, to me, he's one of the most fascinating wide receivers in the NFL. For the reason that you just said, you said, why don't nobody ever want this dude? Brandon Cooks, he's been in the league for 9 years. He's still only 29 years old. He's had 1,000-yard receiving seasons 6 of those 9 years. And the other 3 seasons where he didn't have over 1,000 yards is because he didn't play the entire season. Now, Brandon Cooks is on pace. Like, as of right now, he's shade under 9,000 yards for his career. 8,616 yards. Excuse me, getting my tongue tied. So he's on pace. Let's just say if he stays healthy for another good 4 years. He's on pace to have some really high career numbers that would rank up there. And the dude, but check this out. Dude's never been to a Pro Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's right on pace for what the type of receiver the league is looking for. Well, he's
a number 1 receiver.
I think he might be.
I mean, he's the only receiver in NFL history to have 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons for 3 different teams.
3 different teams. Who are some of the quarterbacks he played with? Just think about that.
No. All right, now he started off with New Orleans, Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go in those 3 consecutive years, okay? All right, 2016, he had over 1,000 with New Orleans, which was his second 1,000-yard season with them. The next year, he gets traded to New England, Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
1,082 yards. The next season, gets traded to the Rams. Jared Goff, 1,204 yards. Really, if you want to say what quarterbacks...
Man, I ain't saying like the quarterback, like he made the quarterback. I'm just speaking to his point. Like, if he gets to a good team, anytime you get him in the right situation, he produces.
Well, yeah, because the last good quarterback that he played with was Deshaun Watson, his first year in Houston, 2020, and he had 1,150 yards. Like I said, he's one of the most fascinating receivers to me because we pretty much have the same question. Why doesn't he stick around with?
Yeah.
Why is he always? Dallas is gonna be his fourth team. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like Dallas having shit good. Well, I don't. But this is his fourth team. He's been productive every team he's ever gone to. But when it comes to making a trade, he's always one who people are willing to part ways with. You never heard about him being a locker room problem or a diva or anything else like that. He goes out there and he gets it done. But what I think
we're in agreement that when he has decent quarterback play, he produces.
I mean, hell, he put up 1,000 in 2021 without Deshaun Watson.
So if he don't put so subconsciously, what you're saying is when you go to Dallas, you don't put up 1,000 yards, then
he might get traded.
Huh?
I mean, well, so what do you think as far as the Cowboys? Do you think that's a good move for the Cowboys? Because I actually do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good for them. They didn't address their problem, but it's good for them. They should have focused on they needed to. They got rid of Zeke. They needed to get another running back.
Well, they're probably like many other teams will look for a running back in the draft. But what I think this does is put to bed all of the notion of Odell to Dallas or even trading for DeAndre Hopkins. Now that you got Cooks.
Right. That sews that up. But like they got, let me see, who they got Lamb. They got him, and who's the other one?
Gallup.
Yeah, they got a decent core, like decent. Like
yeah, they do.
It look. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked good last year when they had T.Y. Hilton with them two.
But T.Y. Hilton, he hadn't, I don't want to say T.Y. Hilton was washed up because that'd be kind of wrong to say, but he hadn't played the entire season, There's a reason why he was a free agent. Right.
That's what I'm saying. It looked at whatever it looked like last year, it looks a whole lot better this year.
Yeah.
That's really good for them.
Yeah, and of course now I'll be rooting for them to fail because I'm a Cowboys troll and I'm proud of it. But on paper, their receiving core is right up there. They're right up there with Philadelphia and Seattle, Minnesota. Well, I don't know what Minnesota. Well, Minnesota just got rid of Thielen. Matter of fact, Thielen just signed with the Panthers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Thielen just signed with the Panthers, so but they're up there.
Yeah, I didn't like Mike Edwards. We let him go. If anybody I thought we would get rid of in our secondary would be Sean Murphy Bunting. But it always seemed like Mike Edwards was always the black sheep anyway, because he always outplayed Jordan Whitehead, and it what I'm saying, he always put him before Jordan Whitehead, and it seemed like for whatever reason they would not give it to him. But I don't know. I just wish we would have kept him. Who else? What other free agent shit happened?
The Detroit Lions signed Gardner Johnson. He was with the Eagles, but the Eagles got a boost because we all thought that Darius Slay was going to leave, and they ended up restructuring his deal and bringing back Bradbury. So you have your two starting cornerbacks back, and I think Philly had to do that off a reaction move with Dallas getting Gilmore. And, with Dallas getting Gilmore to go along with Trayvon Diggs. So you have to, lack of a better term, you got to keep up with the Joneses as far as that's concerned.
If that was the case, then they would have, if Dallas got Stephon Gilmore, then they should have went out and got something else on offense then, right?
Well, who, the Eagles?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you still have your receiving core intact. Like your skill position players, outside of Miles Sanders, who also went to Carolina, Carolina's low-key signing some players.
Shit.
Yeah, because they got Dalton, who's the bridge quarterback, but now you got a running back, got Miles Sanders, you got Thielen as a receiver.
They got that boy from Detroit too, that boy Williams.
Oh, Jamal Williams.
Yeah, he was all right, one.
Yeah, he led the league in touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, they're low-key making some pieces, but the Eagles you still got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You got Quez Watkins, Dallas Goedert. You still got your weapons.
Yeah.
And then, then you got the X factor, which is Jalen Hurts. He's the X factor. How do you feel about Patrick Peterson getting traded? Well, not getting traded, but Patrick Peterson going to Pittsburgh.
I didn't even know about that. I'm glad somebody picked him up. He was one of the best cornerbacks. It's crazy. He was one of the best cornerbacks in the fucking league. I wonder if he's gonna be playing safety or not. Oh.
That's a good question. But you got Minka. You have him playing next to Minka Fitzpatrick on the safety position?
Right. That's what I would do. Do the whole Charles Woodson thing. Charles Woodson and Rod Woodson thing. They get a little older, put them in safety.
Yeah, but who's your physical enforcer? Because Minka Fitzpatrick ain't a Troy Polamalu, or he ain't a Bernard Pollard or nothing like that. He ain't going. I ain't gonna say Polamalu. Ryan Clark. He ain't a Ryan Clark. He ain't gonna separate your head from your brain.
Yeah, well, I don't think the game allows for that type of play anymore. It don't, and it's because of that team and how they played for a decade.
Okay, well, he ain't gonna sit there and separate your ACL from your knee. How about that? Because that's even worse.
Yeah, well, you get it. You gotta get you. Well, same thing make you laugh, make you cry.
You goddamn right, boy.
Yeah, the game don't call for those type of those type of safeties play linebacker now.
Yeah, right.
And like people like Deion Jones and like those type of linebackers. Like if they played that same, if they was in the league, you take them and put them in the league 6 or 7 years earlier, they safe. They are. They just are.
Well, I'm sure you heard what Aaron Rodgers said on Pat McAfee, saying that he intends to play for the New York Jets. I think now the Green Bay Packers are going to milk this. I think they probably won't even trade. They don't have to trade him until literally opening day, and where it wouldn't cost them any back money. So.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So
keep him from getting over there and getting ready.
I mean that's petty, but that might be the plan.
Yeah.
I mean, but see, that could backfire because Aaron Rodgers could show up to training camp and fuck all that shit up.
Yeah.
So I think he'll probably be dealt on draft day. But I mean, as far as I'm kind of mad at myself now for bringing it up because I'm so sick of the Aaron Rodgers story. Because to me, the game plan for Aaron Rodgers for the last 3-4 years has been, once he doesn't get it done on the field, let's distract everybody by thinking I might retire instead of focusing on the fact that I've lost, that I don't get the job done.
Well, you know what? I can see how you came to that, but that would take too much. That would take too much thinking about everybody else. I don't think people like that think about anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think it's hard because you just say, instead of having a bunch of questions, Aaron, you haven't been to a Super Bowl since 2010. Aaron, you hosted the NFC Championship game and you didn't get it done. Aaron, you lost to Jimmy Garoppolo. I think this may be it. This may be my last game. I may retire. Oh, is he gonna come back? And that's what that changes the whole narrative of the story.
I would like to play him. You know who I would like to play him in like a biopic, or they ever did something like that. You know who he remind me of?
Ooh.
And I said this before. He's been playing the training stuff like that. He acts like Nicolas Cage. You know what I'm saying? Like, he remind me of. I can just see Nicolas. Everything you just said. I can see in like some type of spoof movie, sports spoof movie. I can see Nicolas Cage playing Aaron Rodgers doing that. I really don't know. I gotta. What's that shit he be doing? What's that little drug he be doing?
Ayahuasca.
Gonna have me a cup of ayahuasca and just fuck this franchise up. Fuck it up even more.
Oh,
But the only thing one quality I do like about Aaron Rodgers personally is he appears to be somewhat loyal to his homie. Like he got Randall Cobb back. You don't even see a lot of white quarterbacks going in back for. You know what I'm saying? Like he makes sure he doing. It seems like he's doing everything he can to make sure Randall Cobb is straight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do that for Jordy Nelson. You know what I'm saying? They seem like they real good friends, and he looking out for them. I like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think it's going to help as far as Randall Cobb going to the Jets.
Right.
Because, I mean, the Jets already were 3 receivers deep. Now you add Allen Lazard, which honestly I think probably somebody's going to get traded. Whether it's it ain't going to be Garrett Wilson, but whether it's Elijah Moore or Corey Davis, one of them is going to go. But, you know, Odell was on that wish list, quote unquote. And so Odell just put out a tweet yesterday saying, he said, I'm just so confused of why people thought I asked for 20. He said, all I'm saying is that 4 isn't enough. Basically saying he didn't ask for $20 million, but saying that $4 million just isn't enough. So what do you think his move is now? Because I think, you know, the whole Cowboy thing is done with the trading, you know, with them getting Brandon Cooks. What do you think is next for OBJ?
As far as like who I think will pick him up?
Yep.
Who needs a third? Let me see. You bring somebody like that in, you got to be that damn near close. You got to be like real close. Who the Bills got? Is Beasley still on this? Beasley still playing for the Bills?
Who?
Cole Beasley.
Well, I think they signed him last year just to finish the season. I don't think he's there anymore.
The Bills might be a good match for him. Well, you know, the Bills be a good match for anybody, but the Bills would be, you know, he talked that shit about that foe, but if they throw that foe at him, he might go there.
Yeah, I was thinking that I was thinking that he should go. I was thinking the main spot he should target is New York. I'm not talking about any specific team. New York. That includes the Jets, Giants, or Bills. I think the Bills would be a good spot. I don't see him going to the Jets either. The Giants, low key, the Giants have made some pretty good moves too. But I don't think it would be a bad move with him coming back to the Giants or him ending up in Kansas City because you know Juju Smith-Schuster just went to the Patriots.
Did he?
Yes.
They gonna be some dancing fools up there. Bill Belichick. Oh my God! Don't they got the little boy to be dancing? The tight end from Miami.
Oh yeah, they did just sign Gesicki. Yep, they got him too.
Yeah, he TikTok get a load of him. You wait. Yeah, Kansas City is a good Kansas now. Everything I said about the Bills, you times that by 1.5, and that's how he should look at the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs are in that space where you pick them to win until they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, only thing better than one ring is two. So if I was him, I would look. That's why I would look for them. He could do New Orleans.
He got it. That is his home.
That is his home. He can go to New Orleans. Ain't his boy Landry down there?
And Derek Carr now. So that now, if he went to New Orleans, that would make them kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah, don't remind me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, all things being equal, yeah, that's a good spot for him.
Well, Landry right now is a free agent, but we'll see. Landry is a free agent, but yeah, New Orleans could be stacked against those fighting Baker Mayfields at Tampa Bay. Call them the Tampa Bay Bakers.
Tampa Bayfield. Or what I used
I'm gonna remember that Tampa Bayfield.
What I used to call us the fucking ears.
Yeah, Yeah, I used to call y'all that too.
Yeah, it fucking is.
But y'all got 2 Super Bowl rings in y'all trophy case. Super Bowl trophies.
Yeah, well.
That's definitely nothing to be ashamed of. That's more than the New Orleans Saints got.
Yeah, and I was in just for a fun fact. Tampa Bay and Baltimore Ravens are the only teams that been to more than one Super Bowl and are undefeated. Anybody else has been like. Anytime anybody else has been more than one. And I ain't counting the ones that just been to one and won the motherfucker. I'm talking about if you've been to more than one. Any other team, unless I'm wrong, you probably know better than I do. But
I'm thinking about it.
Baltimore,
yeah, they win 2000 and they win 2012. Yeah, only times they win.
Right.
You saying you're not counting on people who just been to one because that would make the New Orleans Saints 1-0 too.
Right. I'm just saying that'll make a lot of people want to know. That'll make, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people, but a couple of more people want to know. But if anybody else has been to multiple Super Bowls that's undefeated, is the Ravens and the Buccaneers.
That is a fun fact that I never thought about. That I never thought about.
Yeah, because you count 1 and 1, you can count the Jets too.
Yeah, the Jets have only been once. They won it. The Saints have only been once. They won it. That may be it, to be honest. Because the Lions have never been. Cleveland has never been. Not in the Super Bowl era. The Cardinals are 0-1. Seattle is 1-2.
Yeah,
the Falcons are 0-2. The Panthers are 0-2. I think you're on to something there, buddy. Because again, the Lions have never been to one. The Chargers are
1-1.
Huh?
The Bears are 1-1.
The Bears are 1-1. Yeah.
I think are 0-4. So.
Yeah, the Eagles are 1-3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so okay. Well, hey, there you go. Pump your chest out. Say that with your chest. Say we undefeated in the Super Bowl, and we only haven't gone once. We went a couple times.
It wasn't nothing to brag about. It's just something I thought about.
You don't brag about it now.
Never mind. It don't make no never mind moving forward.
But how often do you go to the Super Bowl? That's not the point. The point is that when we get there, we win the bitch.
Well, technically, if we go, how long we been in? I mean, I feel like that was like a slight.
Well, it was 18 years from 2002 to 2020.
Right. I can dig that. How long we been around?
Since the 70s. Since the 70s.
75. So that's almost 50 years. So that's 2 every 25 years. Compared to some people that
Well, that don't have any.
Well, that's been around longer, and it take them longer to get to 2. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It ain't nothing that. It's not a. I just felt like you was trying to slight my team right then and there.
I wasn't trying to slight your team. I was just saying, way to go, the Tampa Bay Fields.
Tampa Bay Fields.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be all right. Just try to get through the draft. See what these niggas do. If not,
I would be more interested of who's gonna be the offensive coordinator.
Oh, didn't we sign somebody?
I don't know. Your team, not mine, bro.
Oh. You the guru. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I just know that Byron Leftwich is out there, jobless right now.
Right.
I heard, matter of fact, you guys' offensive coordinator is you guys' old quarterbacks coach. I don't know his name, but he was a quarterback coach last season, but he's now the OC for those fighting Baker Mayfields.
Yeah, I figured we had signed somebody. Some white dude. Well, that's saying a lot, ain't it? Yeah, well, I knew we had somebody, but It is what it is. It's just one of those things. Don't nobody, when Tom Brady retired, don't nobody call me no more, keep me in the loop. So I'm just clueless as y'all is.
Was that a shot at me?
What, Tom Brady?
Uh-huh.
How is that a shot at you?
Oh, no, I was just curious. I was asking.
I don't see how that could be.
You said since Tom Brady retired, don't nobody call me and they'll keep me in the loop.
I'm talking about Tom Brady keeping me in the loop.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, no, man. He's.
No, you always keep me in the loop. Anything good, especially anything bad. Oh, you gonna call me.
Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, yeah. Oh, I ain't got to worry about you.
All I did was give my opinion.
Anytime I see this number, it's like, oh, God. And then you be like, hey, hear the good news? You like the Jehovah's Witness. You hear the good news? I'm like,
y'all hear him coming for me?
What? You do? You
I'm like the Jehovah's Witness. Now, I don't see. I was taking the blame. The blame was pointed right in my direction when they signed Baker Mayfield. He sent me text messages saying, how could you do this to me?
And started talking about, you have never said the name Baker Mayfield to me that many times, and then all of a sudden we fucking signed him.
Yet.
It's your fucking fault.
Yet. I do not get the credit when I told him 3 years ago that they were going to get Tom Brady. I don't get credit for that.
You speaking to my point. You called me with that Tom Brady bullshit, and it happened.
And they got a Super Bowl out the deal. I don't hear thanks, Brandon, for bringing that Super Bowl into my life.
And then you called me about this. You called me about this Baker Mayfield bullshit. You build me up to tear me down. That's what.
No, you built yourself up because you was talking about some Lamar Jackson, and I told you that shit wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, you did.
But see,
as you said it could, it might have. That's what I'm saying. You're not aware of the power that you will, my brother.
See, I don't get any credit for thanks for
all
bringing
you had
that.
to say was the shit was possible. You had one job, Brandon. You had one job. All you had to do was say it's possible. You might. No, it ain't. That ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, did I lie? Did I lie?
I'm just saying. You could have said the shit was possible.
Okay. Well, the shit could still be possible. It still ain't sound with nobody.
That's all. I'm going there. I'll see you later. That's all I need you to. That's all I've been wanting you to say.
I see. Y'all see how he do me? Again, still haven't given me no credit for bringing that Super Bowl into his life. Because I called the Tom Brady shit before anybody else did.
Yeah, I did give you credit. I told you thank you. I said you, but I also say you won. You got me. You did. You tried to tell me and I didn't believe you. And then you said, and for the record, all y'all listening, he did. He said y'all got Tom Brady, and y'all going to the Super Bowl.
I did. I said y'all got Tom Brady. I said if they're gonna win a Super Bowl, I said it would have to be this season before niggas figure y'all out. That's what I said. I got receipts. Yeah.
And he didn't say that shit in September, November. He said that shit in March.
I did. Yep.
That same year.
Yep.
So yes, I'm giving you your flowers right now. You did.
Man, let's set the record straight, goddammit. Well, what else is going on with you, bro?
I ain't doing shit. Who fought yesterday? Somebody fought yesterday?
No, I know that UFC had that Usman Edwards. They fought on Saturday, but as far as boxing goes, there are a couple of big fights coming up. I know Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, they fight in the end of April, but I might have a fight jump for either that or when Devin Haney fights Lomachenko in May. And you know Pacquiao's coming back to fight.
Well, who the fuck he?
I don't know, but I'm be honest with you. I think he should just no. I mean, and he's not coming back to do these exhibition fights, which is now so popular. He's coming back to fight. So I don't, I just read about it last week, and I was like, 44 years old now. I remember the last time he fought 2 years ago, looked respectable, but bruh, no, just go ahead and hang it up, man. Unless he come back, unless him and Floyd fight again, then I'm like, okay, because you're even.
Right. I like these exhibits. I like the idea of it. They need to expand it. It shouldn't just be like reality TV show people, and it shouldn't be like people who. It should be all these people who like. It should be some rappers. Get some rappers and say they sweet and they hard, they that nigga, and put them in the ring, and watch them get their ass beat. I want to see.
Hey, remember when that jump was supposed to happen between Soulja Boy and Chris Brown, and that shit never popped off. I like Chris, who was Soulja Boy was getting trained by Mike Tyson.
Soulja Boy might have whooped Chris Brown ass too.
Everybody think they can play boxing. Hey, you can't play boxing. You think, oh, hey, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna fight. That shit is real, bro. Y'all remember what happened to Nate Robinson now?
Yeah, you remember they had? Yeah, oh yeah, he was a meme. Ain't nobody. You know what? That did it right there. Ain't nobody signed up for that shit. Ain't nobody signed. They can try it on. Ain't nobody. Remember they tried to do that shit in the city, like put the guns down and you remember saying that won't go do nothing but make them shoot even more. Because once they see one nigga ass beat, they gonna swear to God before the bones of the saints. That would not be me. These niggas is not trying to fight nobody. All it takes for one of them to see somebody get their ass beat, and they are never going to get in the ring.
Never. I mean, now last year it was you had Darren Williams, who used to play guard, who was a point guard in the NBA. He fought Frank Gore.
What?
Yeah, now that was actually a real like sanctioned fight. And matter of fact, I want to say less than a year ago, Le'Veon Bell and Adrian Peterson fought.
And Adrian Peterson, his ass got knocked out, didn't he?
He got dropped. Yeah.
Who won the other one? The one with,
Darren Williams beat Frank Gore. Yeah, he won.
What? And Frank Gore ugly too, so you think that nigga?
Oh snap!
Man, you know ugly people. Come on, Brandon. Don't be new for these people. You know what time it is. You know ugly people. You know.
I never thought about that when I saw Frank Gore. He's ugly. I never thought about that. Right?
Come on, the nigga ugly. It ain't no gay. You know if a nigga ugly or not. You know if you had to pick one person right now, choose somebody to look. You had to look like you. Now, you know if a nigga ugly or not.
Hey, shut up, bro. Hey, you dumb as a Oh, shit. You got to go on YouTube and watch that fight. You do. You got to go on YouTube and watch that shit. Frank Gore versus Darren Williams. It was funny. It was quite funny. It was. Darren Williams did win.
What do you think made your boys, what's his name? He was good for a little bit, but he was ugly as a motherfucker. What was his name? In like the 80s or the 70s? Leonard Spinks or something?
Oh, Leon Spinks.
Leon Spinks. Yeah, what do you think he got his superpower from? Just fucking all his life.
Oh, snap. We just had a Leon Spinks reference. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, his claim to fame is in his 8th pro fight, he beat Muhammad Ali. And then Ali made everything right with the world when he beat him in their rematch. But yeah, Leon Spinks. You know what did it with Leon Spinks was that goddamn gap tooth, man. Oh, he had that gap tooth. You ever seen a old dude and he just want to smile all the time, knowing his very front teeth in his mouth is gone, but he want to smile all the goddamn time.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
I blow bubbles in that thing, girl. You was one of them cats.
I got a super soaker in my mouth. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I ain't messing with you, bro. I ain't messing with you, man. But I just wanted to see how you felt about this free agency, man. It's Sweet 16 now, bro. You need to get up on this college basketball, man.
Yeah, I leave that to the professionals.
Hey, man, any pretty much all your blue blood teams is gone, man. You got eliminated.
Yeah. All the Virginia teams gone there.
It was only Virginia and VCU, and they both wet the bed in round 1. Virginia pissed me off. So they had their game won and fucking gave that shit away.
Yeah.
VCU just got their ass whipped. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah. Hey.
But anyway, have you seen Creed 3 yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah, gotta check that shit out, bro.
Okay. Okay, I will do.
And Sean said that you are in the Madden League now.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. At first, I did this shit a while ago. Me and my homeboys used to sit around, and last time I did this shit was on PS2. And it's alright. I'm like 3 of them now. I can't get enough of this shit. It's dope. I got this fucking Dolphins. The first thing when he first joined me, when he first added me, right, gave me the ticket. Like he didn't give it to him, but you have to pick what teams are available. And the available team was the Dolphins. It was like the second year for the 2023 season. It was like week 8, and I got my ass. The poor little soft arm ass. I got my ass whooped. Man, one nigga said that some dude had the bill and said he was gonna give me Josh Allen. I said, "You for real?" For what? He said 1 and 2. I said, "I think, man, I've been on fire ever since. I got Josh Allen, I got Terrell, Tyreek Hill, Waddle, and a bunch of other shit. Nigga, shit, this shit alright, man."
Hold on, matter of fact, hold on. Let me call him on 3-way. Hold that thought. Reality podcast, motherfuckers. Hold on, let me see. Let me try to call him on 3-way. Let me see. You there, Calvin?
Yo.
All right, let me try to see if he can answer the phone. Let's see.
Hello?
Nigga, you at an airport or something?
Nah, I'm cutting the grass.
Oh. Okay. What up, bro?
It was good.
I got Calvin on the line, too. We was just talking about the little Madden League.
Hey, MADDEN, man. What's good? I just finished dropping somebody off right now. You feel me?
You said what?
I said I just finished dropping somebody off in Madden.
Oh yeah, you played the Lions, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. I wanted to tune into that though, but I was running around. It was over by the next time I got there.
Yeah, that joint was a game. It was 23-17. No, wait. It was 13-10. My bad.
That was all right. I got a couple of weeks off of that joint. My next 2 games is on both seasons that I'm in it with you is on CPU. I'm like, damn, I gotta wait around.
You good, man. You good. Them the best ones, man. Enjoy your break, man.
Yeah. Dude, I got my fucking. Hey, whoever that nigga is with the Jaguars on some cranberry shit, man. You ever played them yet?
Yeah, I played them twice.
Yeah. This nigga won't match person. Nigga won't match personnel or something. So I'm cheating. I keep running the same play. Nigga, you got 3 linebackers. You got 4 linebackers out there. I got 4 wide receivers, nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna keep throwing the fucking ball over your head.
Yeah, you got a linebacker. That's stupid.
Yeah, he's retarded.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And Sean, just to let you know, we are on wax right now. We started talking about the Madden League. I said, let me call this nigga, see what's up with him. I wanted to ask your opinion about y'all ended up keeping Big Play Slay, bro.
Yeah, fuck DJ Garner Johnson, puts ass for ditching on us, pussy. Nah, but that's on him though, bro, because we offered him some change and he ain't want that shit, thinking that his market was bigger than what it was. Talk about we disrespected him. Now you dumbass paying for less. I ain't gonna lie though, the Jaguars is a sneaky good team though, so who knows, you know what I mean? But
you mean the Lions?
Yeah, the Lions. I'm sorry, I said the Jaguars. We were just talking about them.
Yeah,
the Lions. Yeah, they sneaky good though. They was decent, and maybe they get better. They did a lot of good acquisitions this season, so we'll see.
What do you think about Cooks going to Dallas?
Man, I mean, the only thing about that is Cooks is actually a decent, serviceable wide receiver.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that because it's Dak Prescott, he's trash, and he just ain't gonna be.
And we was just talking about that. Brandon pointed out that every time that he's been a 1,000-yard receiver for majority of his career, and anytime he's had decent quarterback play. And
yeah,
I was trying to make the connection that if he don't get 1,000 yards or close to it, then it's question marks around old boy Dak.
Well, in his
Is
career,
But is it because he got CD Lamb too to throw to?
well, again, in his career, the only times that Brandon Cooks has not gotten over 1,000 yards was when he didn't play the full 16 or 17 games. I don't think CD Lamb is going to be an issue because, mind you, when he was with the Saints, that's when Jimmy Graham was still there. Jimmy Graham was a beast. Also, when he was with the Rams, they had Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. That team went to the Super Bowl. And then he was with Houston the last year. Deshaun Watson was playing quarterback for him. So, like, dude, like if you look at his career numbers, and he's only 29 years old, he's gonna have, assuming he stays healthy for the next 3-4 years, his career numbers are gonna be up there because he's damn near 10,000 yards now. But he's never made a Pro Bowl. He's never made a Pro Bowl, and it's like, why is this dude always expendable? For me, what that said, well, for one, again, Brandon Cooks is a damn good receiver, so that's a damn good pickup for Dallas. But what it does is that I think it puts to bed the notion of DeAndre Hopkins or Odell Beckham coming to Dallas. I think that's over and done with now.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie. I'd rather them get Cooks, even though he's cooked. You know what I'm saying? Than them to get D-Hop. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather deal with Brandon Cooks than DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh yeah, look. I said Brandon Cooks was a damn good receiver. I ain't say he was DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying.
That's
Dallas would make a good move. That Stephon Gilmore was a good pickup too.
Well, I think that's one reason why that they. I think as soon as they got Gilmore, I know like the next day Slade and the Eagles restructured the deal. I said, yeah, they're playing. It's almost like you got to keep up with the Joneses. No pun intended. But
I think that C.J. Gardner-Johnson thing had a lot to do with us getting Bradbury and Slay back because I think, or one or the other, because we won't have both of them. But because he was waiting too long, we moved on and then we just end up getting Slay back. Because I feel like it would have been maybe Bradbury and C.J. or C.J. and Slay coming back. It wouldn't have been all three of them. And Gardner-Johnson doing what he did just gave us the opportunity to be able to go reach out and get some other players, get like a Marcus Mariota and stuff like that, because you was going to give him a little bit of the bag, but he want to act stupid. Man, his ass on the line. But that's all good, though. It's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy. Fuck that, too. Where's Zeke going? Ain't he on the jet?
Hey, no, it's just when I was listening to a couple of podcasts, they were just, after Zeke got released, everybody was reminiscing over his final play as a Cowboy when he was a center who got blown up.
Yo, that was the worst. That's the worst ending to an era ever, bro.
That was the closest thing to Joffrey getting poisoned on Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Because they put this nigga.
Like a fuck you. It had to be like a fuck you to Zeke.
Hey, I remember that night in infamy. We was all in the group chat. I was like, this shit gonna be good.
Yeah, I remember you put that. He said, this shit gonna be good. Man.
That shit was excellent.
That motherfucker got blown. You. How was your last play as a Dallas Cowboy? Well, they had me playing center. What? And he got blown completely up.
He got blown up, bro. They ran like smooth over this motherfucker like he wasn't even there type shit.
I actually heard, not trying to be funny, as soon as Zeke got released, I heard there was interest from Tampa Bay for Zeke.
I can see Tampa Bay because they was like a Leonard Fournette type jump.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why that didn't surprise me. But but Sean Calvin is mad at me because he thinks it's my fault that they got Baker Mayfield as their quarterback now.
Wait, hold on. No, I'm glad I got it because Sean know you a little. Sean know you better than I do. Let me tell you a story.
Jesus.
Hold on, let me tell you a story. Nigga called, like, let's say, about 3 years ago, around this time. You know what I'm saying? Nigga called me like, hey. And when he call you with that shit like, hey, like he got some good, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
He's like, y'all got Tom Brady. I said, what? For real? No, he don't. He said, yeah. And y'all going to the Super Bowl. Click. Right? Okay. So long story short, the shit happened, right? He called me with the same shit. And I told him, he knew about my quarterback situation. He called me the same shit. Hey, I might get Baker Mayfield. I said, why would you say that, Brandon? You could say anybody else. I said, is it possible we can get anybody else? No. You know what I'm saying? He did the shit. He don't know what type of mojo he. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling him people.
Hey man, Baker might turn out, man. Baker may turn out to be somebody the other day, man.
You ain't seen the group chat, Sean Calvin. He texted last week. He told us, Brandon, how could you do this to me? This is all your fault.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did I do? Like,
all he had
that
to
shit
do,
is hilarious.
all that nigga had to do was say, it's possible you might can get somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But he like, no.
Yeah.
No, it was all Baker. It was all Baker Mayfield. He did that shit. He did it.
Hey, Baker gonna do it for y'all though, man.
Yeah, he gonna do something.
He ain't gonna do it for y'all though, man.
This man acting like I got people on the inside, like I'm talking with Adam Schefter or some shit.
Yeah.
What he's mad at, Sean, is that he tried to throw Lamar Jackson out there. We talked about this last week.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I told him this about 3 weeks ago. I said, bro, y'all not getting Lamar Jackson.
But I wanted you to acknowledge that it was possible. It's possible.
You can. I would shit on motherfucking the Ravens if they doing that man wrong, bro. They doing that man. Pay that man that money, bro.
It's possible though. It's possible.
They gonna fuck around and lose them.
I want to tell you what though. All right. Well, let me throw this in the atmosphere. Y'all not getting Lamar this year, but this is what I think is gonna happen with Lamar. He's gonna play on this exclusive tag, which is gonna cost him $13 million actually. And then next year, y'all might have a chance once Baker Mayfield is taking y'all to a 6-11 record. You know, it's possible.
You see how he Go ahead.
It's possible that y'all can make the play for Lamar Jackson next year, because this is what I think Lamar is gonna do. Since the Ravens, I think he's going. I think he might take the Kirk Cousins route, because you can only franchise him but so many times. So okay, franchise tag me, give me $32 million. Franchise tag me next year, give me $50 million. Then you can't franchise tag me no more. Now I get whatever the fuck I want from anybody else. Even still, but what because that's what Kirk Cousins did with Washington. He went 2 years being franchise tagged, made about $80 million between them 2 seasons, guaranteed money.
And went and got his pay.
And then went and got a fully guaranteed joint from Minnesota. And I think Lamar gonna have to take the same route. So maybe after this season, y'all do offer Lamar Jackson $200 million, because the price is going up. Mind you, that Kirk Cousins shit happened in 2018. That money for quarterbacks now is way going up there. So
yeah, everybody trying to get them full guaranteed, you know.
Yeah, and Kirk Cousins is the one who started that shit, because his was the first contract where you ever saw, even though it was 3 years for like $85 million, fully guaranteed.
Yeah. Only other person that got that was Watson, though, but they ain't trying to get that.
But I'm saying Kirk Cousins got his.
Your mama go try to ask for them fully guaranteed.
But Kirk Cousins got his before Deshaun Watson. The difference is the number. Kirk Cousins got an $85 million contract fully guaranteed back in 2018. Everybody was like, what? Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna guarantee Kirk Cousins all this money. Then 4 years later, you get Deshaun Watson with a $230. Bruh, the reason why they ain't paying Lamar this money is because other quarterbacks is gonna ask for that same shit.
That same guaranteed contract, that's right.
Yeah, bruh, why do you think the owners hate the Cleveland Browns owner so much? Because they started this shit. Like, niggas ain't even looking at Kirk Cousins because it was just $80-some million. Okay, so what? But niggas, you threw $230 million fully guaranteed to this man?
Fully guaranteed.
Now you got Kyler Murray looking like, wait a minute. Russell Wilson, wait a minute. They got their little bag.
Pressure on Deshaun, too, because he got to live up to that shit.
But think about it. They gave this nigga $230 million fully guaranteed dollars, and he couldn't even play the first 3 quarters of the season.
Yeah, he ain't even play.
They gave him this money thinking this nigga might go to jail.
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious. Like, if you're free, you got $230 million big ones coming to you. If you're free. So then what happens? Think about if Baltimore gives Lamar $230 or $231 million, since the obsession is passing Deshaun Watson. Think about what Jalen Hurts might ask for. Think about what Joe Burrow, what's the dude for the Chargers? Justin Herbert. Think about what all them niggas is gonna ask for. Think about what Justin Fields may end up asking for, especially if he show out, because the Bears ain't been doing nothing but loading up. Think about it. That's why everybody's saying collusion. Hell yeah, I believe it's collusion, because if you give Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson money, everybody gonna want that shit.
But anybody, you think ain't no the mother boys ain't gonna get that shit when they coming? You think Justin Burrow ain't gonna get that shit?
Joe Burrow?
You think Joe Cool ain't gonna get a fully guaranteed contract? You think Cincinnati ain't gonna throw the bag at this motherfucker?
He gonna earn it. He's already earned it though.
Yeah. Lamar ain't earned it. He a fucking MVP.
No, of course Lamar. No, Lamar has earned it, but I'm saying Burrow has earned it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. So I mean, Lamar MVP of the league, man. Burrow ain't made MVP.
If you ask me, the people who have earned it already is Lamar, Jalen Hurts, and Joe Burrow. If you ask me, Justin Herbert ain't earned it yet. Honestly.
Hell no, Herbert ain't earned it, man. He ain't did shit yet. But not with them stars he had around him. He should have been did something with that. Yeah. But that's culture too, though, because his coach is some cheeks.
Well, but I think what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing niggas on these 3-year deals. You see what Seattle did for
He's short in 3 years.
Yeah, you
so
see what
what
Seattle did for Geno.
That's LeBron James shit. That's that LeBron James basketball shit. That's that quick. I'm gonna be a hired assassin for these guns or whoever gonna pay me the most and keep getting my deals, keep getting my chains. That's how he did it.
I think that the Geno deal done started some shit. Even though Geno, no, because I think Geno's getting the right amount of money. Daniel Jones, this nigga getting $42 million is bananas a year. This motherfucker.
Can we just stop right here? This is the point this is Lamar Jackson's point. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones, look at what Daniel Jones gets. And look how that Lamar Jackson got at Hopkins to get. To get what he's earned already. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, because that's what the market. But I'm not saying. But what they probably saying is they offering him money, but they don't want to give these motherfuckers a fully guaranteed contract, and that's what Lamar wants is a fully guaranteed contract. From what I'm understanding, is that what they saying? Nobody's trying to give nobody these fully guaranteed contracts, and that's what they want.
If I'm Lamar, I would ask for 3 years, 120. Or 3 years, 125. That way you're making about $42.5 million per year on a 3-year deal. That way you don't have to. The contract doesn't have to, on the outward surface, look like Patrick Mahomes. Because trust me, Patrick Mahomes is gonna get another contract real soon.
But the only thing about that thing, though, the only thing about the 3-year shit when it comes to football is it's more injury-prone sport than basketball. Like, you could get your motherfucking leg knocked the fuck out, and then that next 3 years, you ain't getting paid what you think you're going to get paid.
Well, that's why they want the guaranteed money. That's why the guaranteed money is so important to them.
Yeah.
Because for that security. I mean, you know, Lamar could make $90 million over the next 2 years playing on franchise tags, but that's still, I mean, it's guaranteed for that 1 year. You know, you get a guarantee for that 1 year, but if you get...
Fuck it, you give me $90 million guarantee for 1 year, goddamn it, I'll do whatever you want me to do after that.
Well, shit, Dak got 75 in 2021. Dak got 75 million.
Yeah, you crazy as hell. These motherfuckers be crying, nigga. Give me the 70 million right now, goddamn it. What you want me to do? Boo-doo.
Stay back and sweep up, goddamn.
Yeah, goddamn it. Goddamn, what you talking about, boy? But, I mean, it comes with the market. It comes with that. They getting paid. Them boys should get paid, too. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean...
What you're supposed to do, you get paid. But, that's just what you got to pay these quarterbacks now because the price going up. They getting this TV money. They getting this endorsement money. They getting paid. None of these boys get paid. You got to pay them.
Boy, don't you know I know the NFL players wish their salary cap could be like Major League Baseball because they don't have a salary cap.
Man, Major League get paid. Them boys be getting that big bread.
Man, that dude from the Angels, Shohei Ohtani, that motherfucker's gonna get $500 million, fully guaranteed next year when he's a free agent. Because that motherfucker's a pitcher and a hitter. He can play all 9 positions. And play for a sorry ass organization. Never been to the playoffs. Was the best player in baseball. He from Japan. They gonna throw $500 million in this motherfucker. They talking about it may even go up to 600. That's what damn, why haven't I put my son in baseball yet?
Hey, I got Jackson out here playing softball right now.
Hey, you know what? Why haven't you put my favorite nephew in baseball right now?
If you see anything like Brandon, I can understand why he ain't put him in.
First of all, I was a good baseball player, kiss my ass. I was a really good baseball player because Roman wants to play tennis. I'm not gonna knock.
That's right, boy. That's money too.
That is a lot of money. And if anybody can point me in the direction, into the direction of Serena Williams, that can do it.
I can tell you one thing, boy. I love my guys, son, but I promise y'all won't watch the game. That's so boring.
I just playing.
Hey, look. Let me tell you something.
I just playing.
Bruh, I would have a tripod set up to record it while I'm not paying attention. No.
Dude, y'all got
15 love.
Y'all got sons. I got daughters, and one is athletically inclined and don't and one can play something and one can't. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like I could. You know, what do I say? Yeah, you can play this. Can I play? No, you can't.
She can cheer for her.
Look, listen,
Damn.
right. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you got one who plays on the team, then you got the other daughter who can own the team. That's a win-win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's
There you go.
That's a
Hey,
win-win.
but you gotta let them try though. But you know, you gotta let them try. And you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let
Yeah, because I had Jackson out here running these bases, and she won't even running them things.
Man, look.
Run around in a circle.
Baseball is boring to watch, but when you have somebody, when you have a personal interest in it, and you look at it totally different.
Absolutely.
I heard
That's how I felt about golf.
Baseball boring to watch, but it's fun to play.
No, see,
Like golf. Golf is boring to watch, but it is super fun to play.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I throw my hands up. I'll play golf. No, I cannot sit and fucking watch golf. I don't give a
Hell
fuck.
no. I wish I would.
I don't give a fuck. Hey, look, Roman could tell me I'm about to get $50 million for playing in this one live golf tournament. I'd be like, go ahead, knock him dead, son. You gonna watch? I make no promises.
I watch the highlights.
Yeah, exactly. I watch the highlight. You can highlight everything on YouTube now.
I was watching that. My motherfucking son playing, acting like graduation, hollering out a turn, like, yeah.
You know it. I can't wait to be that. No, because I was already up there about to be coach and stuff. She can't even play this year now because she ain't make the age cutoff. But
Really? Are you serious?
Crazy as hell over, yeah.
Oh, that's whack.
After all that. It's all good though, cause she won't ready, but I still wanted her to do the jump.
Just
but
to
I'm
get
gonna
the
get her ready.
experience.
She's gonna be ready for next season.
Damn. Well, put her in Girl Scouts. Put her in Girl Scouts with London.
Yeah, man. And girl, I ain't coming all the way over there, boy.
I mean, you don't have. No, I'm not saying they have to be in the same troop. They got Girl Scouts around where you at.
I don't know nothing about that. We'll see. We are South. See, what they do? Sell cookies? I ain't selling no cookies, bro.
It's up, like, bro. It's just like when we was doing fundraisers. Just
I'm gonna eat them all.
That's fine.
I ain't last bite.
See,
I ain't buying them neither.
You see, it ain't like when we was in school when we got the box full of candy already in it.
You remember them chocolate bars?
Nigga, I used
to fuck them guys.
Nigga, we was in debt, nigga. We was in debt like a motherfucker. Y'all had 40.
I ain't get to sell none of them. I was eating them.
Nigga, a box of 40 candy bars, but we was $20 short. Where the other 20 bars? Where the other 20 bars at?
Man,
I don't know.
Get the Popeye check, bro.
I don't know.
Put something in there. I'm gonna put something in there.
Right, you would get the Popeyes check. Have to make up for that shit. Yeah. Nigga, that was.
He used to fuck them shits up, bro.
That was every fucking week. Nestle Crunch, Butterfingers, and shit like that. We get our Popeyes check.
I'm talking about. You remember them junks with the it was the red, yellow, and white bars.
The Clark bar, yeah, the Clark bar, the white junk with the caramel. That was my shit.
Yeah, the white junk was it with the.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, fat people, yes.
Yeah. Shit, if they had these, I would have been suspect like a bitch. I would have made one time.
Oh,
yeah.
bruh.
We ain't make nothing.
They gonna say we had to use our work checks to make up for the shit that we ate.
Hell yeah.
My mom would be like, let me carry this to work. I'd be like, no, I gotta carry this to school.
Yeah. Me in class eating the shit.
That was my breakfast and my lunch.
Carry them bitches up.
You guys are paying for those, right? We will.
We will. It's happening. That's my
will. Now, remember we was at play rehearsal and somebody went to the back and stole all the money? I ain't saying no names because they may listen to this. But if you listen to this,
no, I can't. Hey, don't be snitching.
No, if you listen to this, you know who you were, and all you had to do.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know who you were, and you ain't break a nigga in on it. No, I'm just playing.
Criminal.
But no, all they do is they give you the sheet with the cookies in it, and you fill it out and put how many boxes of cookies you want. They don't give the cookies to us so we can go sell them. Here's a box of cookies for $4. No, you have to pre-order them, bitch.
Yeah, you gotta wait. You gotta get the pickup first.
Yeah, you gotta pre-order them, because a nigga like me would eat all of them.
I'd eat all of them Samoas, motherfucker. It would be no Samoas at 10 minutes left. You heard me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, be gone.
The high nigga in the chokehold.
Yeah, nigga done already ordered me about 5 boxes of Samoa's Anthony.
Nigga, blood pressure be high as hell, nigga.
Bro, them motherfuckers, they work, and sometimes that girls out
Big diabetic.
So sometimes they be like, hey man, yo, hit a nigga in the box, hit a nigga in the mouth with 3 of them boxes. I got you. I got you.
3 of them boxes, player. 3 of them boxes, player.
Well, anyway, fellas, I'm gonna get off of this because I got. I might as well start thawing out dinner. Yeah, I'll have to do the.
Yeah, I gotta finish this grass, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You was cutting grass. Well, you there? You done had a little break. Now you good to go.
Hell no, now I don't feel like doing shit.
How far you got?
Yeah, I'm halfway. I was halfway through that motherfucker we got caught. Yeah, I ain't got no choice, man. That's like getting in the barber chair and only getting that half of that hair done.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know, but that's a workout because your yard is like a hill. Woo.
Yeah, fucking hill in it. But you see, I got that electric bitch. I just hit the button, that motherfucker move, bro. I'm lazy, bro. I let that shit pull me.
Oh, I know that's right.
Fuck this hill, bro.
I know that's right. But I'm gonna get it.
Y'all niggas gotta come over here though, man. For real though. And sometimes we cook out and eat, drink shit outside of the back. Got the TV on the deck, nigga. Let's get it.
You telling Calvin? You know, I already know what it look like.
I'm talking to all y'all nigga. I don't know. Just saying, bro.
Yeah, like you hear that? You hear that? YouTube world. So when I have a whole block pulling up at the Sean house,
tell them pull up though. But they just look. Just tell them you gotta be prepared though, so I can warn the neighbors, bro. You know they get a little scared.
Hey, Calvin, let me tell you something. He has some trusted neighbors. I'm talking about these neighbors' kids just be willfully running in his backyard, playing on the playground and shit, and they don't. Bro. And you don't even know who the kids are. You be like,
I'm a nice person, brother.
Yeah.
All right, everybody want to talk to me. I can't go nowhere without somebody asking me a damn question, man. Get the hell out my face.
Yeah, man. That's all right because we could. Hey, look, like I said, that Sean has a gold mine. Don't even realize the daddy daycare shit.
Hey, look, I told you, bro. When you get there, bro, look, hey, man, talk to me. We can open this shit up. Send your kids here, bro. We watch them.
You know I know what to do.
We talking all this shit. They be like, oh, they cussing. What the fuck? Yeah, you know your badass little kids, the same ones. That
exactly. Hey, look. When you look at this YouTube video, it is clearly marked not for kids. So if your badass motherfucking kids listen to it, what are you doing as a parent to monitor it?
Turning on and off at daddy daycare. You heard, man. But yeah, we'll talk about that shit too, though.
Absolutely. Hey, you know, Big C was in the same field as me, man.
Oh yeah, look, man, if we can get, but we just gotta get the what you call it, bro? Because we can make it happen.
The licensing, yeah.
The license, and the kids. I mean, I know people need kids, but
oh man, no. In your area, the kids, that's easy. In your area, in your whole subdivision, that's easy. You talking about having a place where the parents don't even have to leave the fucking subdivision and take their kids nowhere? That's a gold mine.
I don't trust these motherfuckers right here. They be in my business. I had to beat somebody else.
Trips to the park would be crazy. I remember when me and you used to butt heads. It'd be another one of you. Man,
I'm just gonna be in the back. I ain't done that.
No, we used to have these kids at war playing football and shit.
War.
Oh my god, that shit used
war.
to be...
Like the oh man, like the bride.
She's out here fucking our door up. You hear her saying that shit. She fucking that shit up.
We did. We used to have them kids talking shit to each other before the park, during the park, after the park. Niggas be mad.
Man,
yeah.
I remember that. I'll never forget that play. I threw the ball, and the fucking ball bounced off of what was that Booker name? The middle one.
Draymond. Drayshawn.
Drayshawn. It bounced off his fucking toe and Kavon's accordion score. We was like,
you gotta take the top lay off, right? Just that like that, right?
That shit was.
The ball bounced off of his foot. Kavon's accordion. He looked at me. I said, nigga, run!
I was thinking to myself, why ain't not catching
it?
Man, that's instant replay would have confirmed my suspicion.
Yeah, you can. You want me to get this Instagram?
But anyway, all right, bros. I'm going to get at y'all.
All right, man.
All right, Sean, I'm going to call you back in a bit.
Yeah, call me in there. Let me finish this yard, though, for you.
Yeah, man, I got you.
Because I ain't stopping again, man.
I got you, bro.
All right.
All right. Oh, you know I love to have the calls. Started off with Big C, ended up with Big C and Brother Sean. Oh, yes. I mean, in case y'all didn't know, for those who, just know me from the podcast, I did work in childcare for over a dozen years. For over a dozen years. Yep. I know what I'm doing when it comes to, taking care of children. And some people may be like, oh, a man, oh, a black man. Hey, man, look, if you're good at it, do it. That's all I'm saying. Like, people might not think I'm good at this podcast, but this is my outlet. This is my vent. I actually think I've gotten pretty good at it, and I'm going to continue to do it. I don't care what y'all think. But with that being said, where the buzzer. Oh, today it was mostly college basketball talk and NFL free agency. Didn't really say much about the NBA because this week in the NBA was overshadowed by the March Madness of the NCAA. But definitely don't forget to hit that subscription button and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. And I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed week. And for myself, I know this is going to already be a better week than it was last week. Because, again, it's all good. I'm just speaking it into existence. And everybody have a wonderful, safe, blessed week. Again, don't forget to hit that subscription button and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. It's your boy, Brandon Brevon Towns. I'm out this beer. Peace, and I love you.